Stop. You're making the same mistake 89% of new hamster owners make. And it's why your cuddly pet is treating you like a serial killer who happens to bring snacks. It's Hamster Chubby's World channel. And in the next 6 minutes, we'll show you the psychology trick that turns hamster terrorists into pocket angels who might actually tolerate your existence. But first, here's the one thing pet stores will never tell you about hamster behavior. Probably because they want to sell more band-aids. Want to tame hamster? Here's the hard truth. If your hamster is over 12 weeks and never handled, taming is tough. Young hamsters learn fast, adorable, tiny sponges. Adults, they think humans are giant, scary monsters. Don't panic. There's a trick for even the most suspicious hamsters. Before you even think about bonding, you need to know this shocking truth. That healthy hamster from the pet store might be carrying more invisible hitchhikers than a sketchy hostile backpacker. Here's what you actually need to do. Give them 2 days of complete peace to recover from the trauma of being stuffed in a box and transported like tiny cargo. Then start a 2 or 4 week quarantine period where you can interact with them. You're just keeping them physically separated from other pets. Quarantine doesn't mean solitary confinement. It means smart separation. You're checking for mites, which show up in about a week, but other diseases can hide for weeks. During this time, you can and should start building trust. Just wash your hands before and after. You're worried about catching something from your hamster? Plot twist. Your hamster is worried about catching something from you, and they're probably right to be concerned. Those hands that touched your phone, which is dirtier than a public toilet, by the way, wash with unscented soap, and I mean unscented. Wait exactly 60 seconds, then rub your hands in their bedding. You're getting a hamster-approved scent makeover that says friend with food, not predator with poor hygiene. Take a small piece of paper towel, sleep with it for a night. Yes, I'm serious. Then put it in their cage. You're basically leaving your signature scent without the terrifying giant hand attached. Some people think this is weird. Those people probably don't have successfully tamed hamsters. Here's the psychology that pet stores definitely don't teach. You need to become part of their environment. Not an exciting visitor who shows up like some kind of giant, unpredictable entertainment system. Talk to them like you're reading the most boring instruction manual ever written. You're literally rewiring their tiny brain to associate your voice with safety and predictable boredom. Start with baby carrots. Why? Because you want maximum distance between your fingers and their surprisingly sharp teeth while they figure out you're not a predator. When they finally climb onto your hand for treats, do not immediately scoop them up like you've won some kind of tiny, furry lottery. Think of pizza. If someone grabs it the moment you reach, you'll avoid them forever. Hamsters feel the same, except replace pizza with sunflower seeds. Your hamster learns safety when you are predictable, boring, and patient. Reward calm approach, don't celebrate early, let trust build slowly. Consistency, intensity. Small wins compound into real taming progress. Ready for the ultimate bonding breakthrough that sounds ridiculous but works like magic? Playpen time. But not the way every YouTube video tells you to do it. Never, ever put them in an empty space. That's like dropping someone in the middle of an empty football stadium. Pack it with hiding spots, tunnels, and toys. Think hamster-sized blanket fort built by someone with anxiety. Use a cup to transport them. No grabbing required, because consent matters even with creatures who weigh less than your phone. Be the most interesting piece of furniture they've ever encountered. Let them climb on you, sniff you, and judge your life choices while you sit perfectly still. Watch for panic signals. The moment you see stress, cup them back to safety. Start with 2 minutes. Gradually increase as they realize you're not going to eat them or post embarrassing videos of them on TikTok. Patience here gives you massive ROI and trust. Let's be brutally honest. You will get bitten, probably multiple times, because hamsters are tiny chaos agents with teeth. When it happens, your reaction determines whether you end up with a tame hamster or a tiny terrorist who's learned that violence solves problems. Stay calm, gently return them to safety. Wash the bite with soap and water. Yes, it stings. No, it's not the end of the world. Think of it as a tiny, furry lesson in patience that costs way less than therapy. Your calm response trains them that biting doesn't make scary things go away. Adopting an adult hamster from a rescue? First of all, bless your heart for saving a life. Second, prepare for a hard truth that might hurt your feelings. They might never fully tame. Previous trauma from loud voices, rough handling, or just general human stupidity can create permanent fear responses. Sometimes the best relationship is built on mutual respect and the understanding that not everyone wants to be picked up and cuddled. These hamsters might always prefer to be admired from a distance, and that's okay. Got a tame hamster who finally tolerates your existence? Congratulations! Here's the mistake that completely ruins everything: getting lazy with daily handling. Daily interaction isn't optional. It's relationship maintenance for creatures with the memory span of a goldfish and the trust issues of someone who's been burned by multiple pyramid schemes. Skip a few weeks, and you might find yourself back at square one with a hamster who's suddenly forgotten you exist. So there you have it. The complete psychology playbook for not getting permanently disowned by a creature that weighs less than your coffee mug, but somehow has the power to make you question your entire approach to relationships. If this saved your sanity, your fingertips, or your relationship with a judgmental fluffball, smash that like button. Subscribe for more pet psychology that actually works, and drop a comment with your hamster taming horror stories. Quick recap: young hamsters learn, quarantine smartly. Unscented hands and bedding scent trick, be boring and consistent. Use a cozy playpen, stay calm when bitten, respect rescues, maintain daily contact. How long does taming take? Could be weeks to months. Consistency is the real secret. Small daily sessions beat sporadic long ones. Stick to carrots for distance-first training. Move to seeds only when they trust your hand. Use tweezers or a dish at first to avoid finger nips. See a vet for lethargy, labored breathing, or visible parasites. Don't gamble on it'll pass. Be patient, be boring, and be consistent. Hamsters live small lives. Your steady presence is the biggest gift you can give.